Hello, this is Manesh Patel from the EII Capital Group. Today is July 17, 2011. This is our weekly Ichimoku analysis for the futures markets, where we cover everything from commodities from corn, soybean, oil, natural gas, heating oil, and so forth. A lot of exciting stuff, so let's begin. This is our normal disclaimer to state this is for education use only. All charts you're going to see are from Thinkorswim, TradeStation, or FreeStockCharts.com. Here are my contact details there. You can follow us on Twitter at Ichimoku Trading, or you could access any of our free videos at ichimokutrade.com. Okay, got a lot to cover, so let's begin. Remember, on the left-hand side is the weekly time frame. On the right-hand side is the daily time frame. So, as normal, let's go through from the very beginning and start with cocoa futures. If you look at cocoa futures, really nothing going as far as the weekly is concerned. Major resistance level is 33.13 and major support levels 30.50. It's just going sideways as far as weekly is concerned. Daily, it looks like it's trying to go bullish trending, but remember, it's got to break 33.13, so it could go bullish trending to about 33.13, and at that point it may stop, so be very careful. You can play it up to that point, but that's about it. Crude oil, last week was an interesting week. As you could see, it's finally doing its major pullback right now. Major resistance level is 99.34, which it held last week. And major support level is going to be 90 level there. But right now, believe it or not, this thing still has a little bearish tilt because it really does need to undergo a major pullback as far as the weekly is concerned. And as long as it holds to 99.34 level, it definitely will. If you look here, daily is really doing nothing. It's just consolidating, going sideways, so nothing to talk about there. Cotton, as you could see, finally went below the cloud here, turned a future cloud 2. You could see from the daily time frame that it's bearish trending. Look at that big nice gap and still going down. We are expecting a major pullback of some sort here before it starts a bearish trend completely on the weekly time frame. Resistance level is going to be at 128.73. Support level is way down there, roughly around $80 or so. So this thing's got a long ways to go down. And if you zoom out here, you could see that it's finally recovered more than 50%. In fact, it's gone past the 68.1 Fibonacci that most people look for. So it's interesting to see exactly people's view. This is the US dollar index future. If you look at US dollar index future, major resistance level here is at 77.23. It's held its ground there. However, this is weakening now. So be very careful on entering bullish or bearish as far as the US dollar index is concerned. And you can see from the daily time frame, it's just chop. So there's no trades at all for there. Support level is going to be 74.50 there. Let's moving on. We'll come back to gold. Let's look at feeder cattle. If you look at feeder cattle, it was bullish trending here. It did a pullback last week. Major support levels 134.08 and major resistance level is 145. If it holds to 134.08, this thing's going to sit there and still keep on going long. So keep on looking for that. Lean hogs, you could see that really didn't do a pullback last week at all. Remember, this has been the stronger one of all the meat futures. So we've been talking about doing hedge pairs trading where you go long lean hogs and then short the other ones, and it's really working out really well. If you look here, still bullish trending as far as the weekly is concerned, and kind of just sitting there consolidating here at the top as far as the daily is concerned. One little push above 100, this thing's going to keep on going higher and start a major trend going up. So remember, lean hogs is strong compared to all the other meat futures out there. Copper finally moved up last week compared with all the metals. It moved up, but didn't really move up that much. It's just really consolidating as far as the weekly is concerned here. But remember, this had a major trend, pulled back, and is now trying to retest the high. So, it's just consolidating right now. If you look at the daily time frame, had a huge move up. It's just taking a little breather right now, but it's still very bullish trending as far as the daily is concerned, just like all the others. Heating oil, if you look at it, it was bullish trending, trying to retest the high right now. But anything could go right now. If it doesn't break 3.2 level, this thing's not, it's going to break down and probably enter a major pullback and you can see that from the daily time frame too, where it's just consolidating. As far as heating oil is concerned, this thing's got about 3 or 4 days to break 3.15. If it does, it's going to start a trend to go higher. If it doesn't, it's going to probably sink and probably get all the way down to 2.93 or sink lower. Um, Next is coffee. Coffee is finally entering a major pullback as far as the weekly is concerned. Um, so definitely start looking for bearish trades as far as coffee is concerned here. It's actually starting here. It's got to pull back a little below, but if it breaks 240, this could definitely start a major trend going to the downside. As far as resistance level is 275.11 is a major resistance level. Lumber. Lumber, if you look at it on a daily time frame, it's really got to break 280 to start a bullish trend to the top side. As far as the weekly is concerned, really doing nothing at all. It's got a little bearish tilt, and if it could hold 269.50, then this thing does have a potential of going down. Major support levels at 244.80. Okay. But it does have a bearish tilt as far as the weekly is concerned. Live cattle, remember this is okay. This is the weaker of all of them. So this is the one that would tend to go short as far as the meats are concerned. Major support level is going to be at 109.40. Resistance level is going to be at 116, and you can see that from the daily time frame here. Depending on which way it breaks, this thing's going to go. But as far as the weekly is concerned, it's just going sideways, so there's nothing really there. Natural gas, you could see it's just swinging back and forth as far as the weekly is concerned. Nothing really going on as far as daily or weekly. So, the day traders have gotten a hold of this guy and just swinging it back and forth. So nothing really there for us. As far as frozen concentrated orange juice, it's bullish trending on both the daily and weekly and going higher. It's retesting the highs right now. So if it breaks 200, it's going to keep on going. If it fails 200 and then gets below 188, then this possibly can enter a major pullback finally, but time will tell. Palladium, really nothing going on as far as daily and weekly is concerned. So we're moving on. Platinum. If you look at platinum, nothing really going on there on daily, weekly. Gasoline. If you look at gasoline, it went up last week. However, the charts are weakening as far as the weekly is concerned. So there's a high possibility that this thing's going to finally enter a major pullback on the gasoline futures. Major resistance level for gasoline is 3.2, and a major supports level is going to be 295. But the way that things are looking right now, it looks like it possibly can go to 295 and maybe break down lower than that. Sugar is the next one. You could see it's bullish trending as far as the daily is concerned. It got to its major resistance level of 31 and held. Weekly is just destroyed and doing really nothing, so nothing there at all. Silver. If you look at silver, finally had a push up as far as the weekly is concerned. Did a pullback, consolidating, really doing nothing there. As far as daily is concerned, it's in the cloud, so it's consolidating. So really nothing there. It's got to really break above $41 to start a bullish trend as far as the daily is concerned. Gold, if you look at gold, basically if you're in the weekly time frame, it's still bullish trending as it always has been. Really hasn't sit there and done anything. As far as the daily is concerned, it's had a huge movement up. It really needs to pull back and equalize. If it could get to 1544, pull back, hold there, and then start going longer, this would be very, very strong. But right now, it's dangerous if you have not gotten a gold. But if you're in a weekly time frame, you're in it and you've been in it for a long time. So stay your course as far as that's concerned. 30-year Treasury notes, really doing nothing at all. It's just consolidating right now. As far as the daily is concerned, if it breaks above about 128, 117, you can start a bullish trend as far as daily is concerned, but it won't go far because the weekly is just consolidating right now. So be very careful there. Corn entered its major pullback right now. It's at a major resistance level at 704. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what happens with corn here at this week. Major support is going to be at 662, 63. So corn is do or die this week as far as that's concerned. Soybean oil is really doing nothing, it's just consolidating and swinging back and forth as far as daily and weekly is concerned. So it's kind of boring, particular instrument right now. Oats is doing the same thing. It's boring. It's going back and forth. Major resistance level is 365.25, and major support level is going to be at 350. And lastly, wheat. Wheat, if you look at it, is doing nothing. It is got a bearish tilt to it, so if it could break down below 600, excuse me, about 630, this can start a trend to the bearish side, but really doing nothing right now, but going sideways, but it does have more of a bearish tilt. That's it for this week. Speak to you next